Hey friends, I every once in a while, every once in a very, 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 very long while, I will record a video post like this one and then question, is this really the right post for today? And I mean, I would say 364 times out of 365, I don't even really let that question get asked. I just record the post and I post it. But every once in a blue moon, I realize that the function of what I'm doing here and what I have continued to sort of hold out for myself as the purpose of this practice is to speak from the highest place that I possibly can and reflect on my life from that place and then allow that to inform my choices, right? That's kind of the purpose. That's what the value is. And only very, 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 very occasionally do I have to look critically at what I've done and go, wait a minute, I don't think I actually did that. Today was one of those days. This is the second one I'm recording. And I knew, I sort of knew that I might need a mulligan when I finished recording, went on YouTube, and then the first video that popped up was a Sadhguru video. And I didn't even watch the video, I just saw the quote that was sort of like the headline of it, where he was saying, the only thing I've tried to do with my life is to make humanity more conscious. Once you are more conscious, success and clarity will be yours. And I realized that that what I had just recorded was actually reaching for that conclusion, but wasn't quite getting there. And as I kick off 2024, January 1st, 2024, new year, new week, it's a Monday, I felt like, well, I actually kind of want to receive that lesson. I want to let that both be received into me, into my psyche, and that's what I want to transmit. That's what I want to start the year off by transmitting. Because yesterday, again, influenced by something I'd seen or heard Sadhguru say, I was thinking about, what would be my ultimate intention for the year? And sort of coming straight off of a Sadhguru talk about that topic, I realized that really putting all sort of specifics aside, all circumstances, all goals, putting all of that aside, a commitment for 1 year's time to choosing what goes on within my own body and mind is just about the biggest commitment and the most profound intention that we can set. Because what we're saying is, I'm not going to go and set a bunch of goals in circumstances, right? I'm not going to go and say, here's this thing I'm going to do, that thing I'm going to do, this other thing I'm going to do, etc. I'm actually going to, it's not that I won't do those things. Those things will certainly happen, and I've got a year to do them. I've got a year to formulate those goals. I've got a year to achieve them. Some of them I might have more than a year to achieve, but I'm going to have a year's worth of working on the very concrete, tangible level. But much more importantly, if I claim ownership over my response to every circumstance, then all of a sudden, I'm not locating the source of my own happiness outside myself in some circumstance. I'm locating it within myself. And from there, I can generate all kinds of other circumstances. I can actually create massive change in my circumstances, but not because my priority is changing circumstances. And so then today, as I was looking at in the post that didn't get posted, I was looking at what it means to be committed to the expansion of consciousness, basically. I didn't really say it that way, but that's kind of what it comes down to. What it means to be committed to ongoing conscious evolution. It starts there. It starts with mastery over our internal domain. And it starts with an acknowledgement and a sort of surrender to the fact that all external circumstances are ultimately being created from that internal place. It's just that we're mostly doing it compulsively and unconsciously. So it seems like the circumstances are creating these problems in our life, are creating these feelings in our bodies and minds and whatever. But actually, we're generating all of it. And that's why each circumstance is so perfectly tailored to challenge us in exactly the way we need to be challenged in order to transcend whatever level of consciousness we're at. It's because we're doing it to ourselves. We have set the game board up exactly in the way that it needs to be set up in order for us not to get where we're going, although it involves that too, but for us to become who we're becoming, to become who we are. And so when I went to YouTube and I saw this video on my feed, I was like, oh, that's it. That's actually what January 1st, 2024 is all about. It's about remembering that consciousness comes first. Consciousness comes first. That's and it's not that there's not a lot of other important stuff, But that's the biggest one. That's the starting point. And if we start there, then all the other things will have greater clarity, they'll have greater success, just like Sadhguru says. When you become more conscious, success and clarity become available. And so I wanted to start there. So I took a second swing at it. And I think that's where I've landed. May you have a wonderful 2024, full of conscious growth and success and clarity. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you soon.